at least Leverkusen will win 2 trophies this season. At least.
Yeah.
Liverpool might be the only team that can stop them from winning the Europa League.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll do a double in Germany.
So, can we talk about what we think will happen to Leverkusen next season? We think their coach is going to stay. Who really knows, right?
Yeah,
Maybe he's just playing mind games.
he
But
has said he will stay.
yeah, he said. Well,
He came out during
he
the week and
said
said
that.
he will stay.
Yeah. So he's not going to go to Bayern. He's not going to go to Liverpool. Who else? Which other big club has a opening? That's pretty much it.
Madrid were looking at him too.
Madrid, yeah.
Yep, they were
So,
looking at him.
but Bayer Leverkusen, do they have a ceiling? And I ask because Bayern are Bayern, right? They're not going to stay down for too long. Dortmund refused to act like a big club, but they're like a giant, massive club, right?
Mm.
Leverkusen technically are not a massive club. You look at the area they are in Germany. Cologne is bigger, right? In their corner of Germany, Cologne is the big club in that area. Even though they're falling on hard fortunes lately, and this is the club sponsored by Bayer, the pharmaceutical giants. So they're kind of sponsored, but they're not massive. I don't think they can keep doing this every year. They're not City, and the way financing works in Germany, I don't think you can just come in and just spend a bunch of money. So what do you think is going to happen to them next season?
But they didn't spend a bunch of money to get here. That's the interesting bit, right? So if I kind of allocate the current success to different factors, I'll say I'll give the coach like 40-50% of it, right?
That's huge.
I think he's been. I mean, you can see the effect. Then his recruitment has been fantastic also. When you, inclusive, and so many other people were saying Granit Xhaka is a liability, Granit Xhaka can't play, the coach says, I want him. And he might actually be Leverkusen's player. It might be the Bundesliga player of the year, which is going to be the second time he'll win it. He won it when he was with Mönchengladbach before he came to Arsenal. It's going to be the second time he'll win it. And he kind of brings that calm, that, like senior profile to that Leverkusen midfield and gives players like Florian Wirtz, what's his name? Patrick Schick, Frimpong. It gives everybody the freedom to do whatever they want to do. Leverkusen don't have a major superstar. Their high profile or most skillful player is Florian Wirtz. Florian Wirtz is probably 20 now. He's been dubbed, the German player of the future and stuff like that. If the owners of the club don't turn this into a business venture and they kind of keep this team together, and remember the Nigerian striker Victor Boniface has been injured for a long time.
Yeah,
he started the season on fire and he got injured, and Patrick Schick took over and continued with the with the impressive form, and that's how they've been able to manage. But Boniface is back. If that whole team stays together, they have the right mix, right, of players that are not necessarily superstars but are good enough. This will look like, you remember the Ajax team that the Van der Beek, the Freddie de Jong, that Ajax team that showed Real Madrid
all those guys. Yeah,
all those guys. It kind of reminds me of that team, because now that the team is has broken up, the Ajax team, you're looking at those players and you're like, you guys are not really that individually fantastic, right? How are you so good, combined, right? So that's what's happening to Leverkusen. I believe if they keep the bunch of the team together and strengthen in some major areas, I think they might give Bayern a run for their money again next season. Frankly.
Yeah, I think Frimpong will leave, but we'll see. Yeah, he'll probably leave.
Frimpong might go to. See, let me put it this way: who are the big money spenders right now?
EPL
it's England.
clubs. Yeah,
it's
England.
EPL clubs. And
Yeah.
EPL clubs are also now, they're kind of watching their finances because of the PNS rules.
Yeah.
Frimpong is probably shorter than the Brighton right back. What's his name?
Lamptey.
Lamptey, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably shorter than Lamptey.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good recipe for English football. You need tall right backs. You need tall defenders, all in all. I'm sure he makes up for that with speed and gal and finishing up front. So he's a very good offensive right back. That's what I'm saying. Defensively, there are some major questions. Yeah. Um, so I don't think Frimpong will leave. I think he'll stay. Um, I think the people that they might actually cash in on will be the likes of the Nigerian guy Victor Boniface.
Mm.
Although this is just done one season, I think people have seen enough. I think one of the English clubs will pounce and they'll get him. He's big, he's strong. They're gonna get him. I don't. I'll be surprised if he's still at Leverkusen next season.
Yeah.
Um, and if you look at their midfield, they're just regular players that are hardworking. Andrich, Ezekiel Palacios, they're good, but there's nothing flashy, you know. And they have two African centre backs. One is from Burkina Faso, the other one is from Cote d'Ivoire, who actually played for Cote d'Ivoire in the finals of the Nations Cup. That is Odilon Kusunu.
Mm.
But yeah, they just have regular players. The most attractive player there is Florian Wirtz, who is a superstar in the making. So I think they're going to keep this together, probably lose one or two players, and they're going to
Yeah.
give Bayern a run for their money again next season. Do I also
Yeah.
think they'll finish the league unbeaten? I think
Yeah. I
they
think so
will,
too.
as in the
I,
league, but I don't think they're going to win the Europa Cup. I think Liverpool will win that. So,
so
yeah,
doesn't that
that's it.
depend on what happens to Liverpool in the EPL? Because if Liverpool are still in the running, that's the only area where they can really get an advantage on City and and Arsenal, which is they can play slightly weaker teams in the Europa. City and Arsenal cannot play weaker teams in the Champions League. So I don't know. Maybe that's something club decides to do.
But you and I know club. It's very stubborn.
Yeah.
The last UEFA Europa League game that they had, see what happened. They didn't really
Mm,
need to field the big boys. He still played them, right?
it did.
So I think club is just saying, you know what, this is my final season with this team. I'm not putting anything to chance. It's pedal to the metal all the way.
Mm,
I'm going full speed all the way, irrespective of who I'm playing. I'm playing the big guns. But we shall see. We shall see.
yeah.